Hello everybody, General here today, and we're in for another episode of how to make a chorus plant. Now chorus plants is very interesting because actually, what is it first of all, right? Well, a chorus tree is basically like a structure that is composed of, chorus blocks and chorus flower, right? Now, chorus blocks cannot just grow anywhere, remember that. So, um, what basically, what it is that if you can only grow it as long as it's on an end stone. So for example, I've got right here an end stone. So a block like this, and then you place whatever it is. This is not chorus flower, but you do need chorus flower, and you place it on top. This is something else, but you place a chorus flower on the top here, and that is what you use to help it grow. So as long as it's on an end stone, which is like this yellow like rock underneath, it can grow. But remember, if there's anything above it, so for example, if you have your chorus flower here, and then there's something above on top here, it actually cannot grow. So it can be found. Where can it be found? It can be found in like end dimensions, on end islands. So these islands, basically there may be a few steps because everybody does things differently. Such as like killing like the Ender Dragon and teleporting to the Earth outer, like the islands and so on. But also, what can he do? So what are the attributes of being able to have like a chorus plant, right? Well, basically, when broken, it gives you chorus fruit, right? And when eaten, it can actually make you teleport and gain health. So this can be very useful. Like for example, when you're falling from great heights, and you're able to like teleport, because what it basically does, it ends up teleporting you back to land, which is also very interesting. And another thing you get to actually also do is basically cook it. So if you end up cooking it in a furnace, the chorus fruit, it can give you something very interesting or because you can also use it to kind of make things like blocks and so on. Now, when it's cooked in a furnace, it actually gives you something called popped chorus fruit. Very interesting stuff, right? So let's just get I'll just give you a demonstration. So this is what it looks like, right? An end stone, and then you need your chorus fruit. This is not chorus fruit. This is chorus plants. So it gives you like a weird like structure and so on. But hopefully you guys get the concept here of how to make it. Because this video is how to make it. End stone. Oh, how to cook end stone. Hi, is this Jesse? How are you today? Hope you're doing well. Yep. So end stone. So right here, I'll show you an example. So you see this block right here? It's this here. It's like a yellowish type rock. And what you need is something called chorus. It's called chorus flower. It's basically like a chorus flower. So what you do basically is when you use something like, when you use an arrow, you fire an arrow at the very top. Why that's the reason is because, let's just, for example, I'll give you an example. If you have a big structure like this and you strike it from the bottom here, it actually breaks the entire structure all the way to the top. And there's something normally at the top, which is like the flower. And what you basically do is like you could use like an arrow to kind of shoot it from the very top, which it helps a lot. You can also use other things as well to throw it up there. Like I know snowballs, you can throw snowballs. There are a few other things as well that you can throw in the game. But that is what you're going to be needing. So to answer your question, brother, you're going to need end stone. So it's pretty late. Let me just make the noise go away, the noise in the rain, by having this character rest up. Okay, the rain should subside. If I go outside of my... Oh, where is it? So I've just got lots of things over here. Oh. So you want to do something like this. Now notice this, right? I've got my chorus plant here. So I'm actually trying to have it placed down, but I actually can't. And the reason for that is it doesn't grow on anything else but this. And like, let's say, for example, you have a structure like this going all the way to the top. If you automatically break the one at the bottom here, the whole structure falls down. But be careful because, for example, if you fire arrows on the very top and you break through this and the whole thing collapses, basically, although the fruit does fall, another thing that gets to happen is if it's got like arrows up there, the arrows can actually fall down and also hit the person as well. So you have to be ready and careful with that as well. But you should have armor at that point, like diamond armor or iron to kind of protect you, because it does make sense. I've got my netherite boots here. So hopefully this video makes a lot of sense. If it doesn't, I'll make another video maybe sometime again in the future, because I am going from how to make this and then how to make that in Minecraft, because there are a lot of things to make. But hopefully it makes lots of sense. And if it doesn't make any sense, feel free just to ask me any questions, and I'll be able to, like our brother here who just asked, I'll be able to also get back to you and answer your question. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode. If you like of how to make of where to find it and so on. But if you really like what you see, please like, comment, and most important, subscribe to first, of course, get notified when I make more contents like this, and to second, also to also give me the strength to continue making contents like this, because it does take a lot of time and effort. So thank you so much, guys. Be sure to ask me anything if you need. Have a nice one. Ciao.